What is up, YouTube? Una here to bring you another OPTC video, and today we're going to do the Buster Call raid, 40 stamina, which is kind of like a middle of the ground difficulty raid. I had a couple people on the wiki, as well as I saw some comments on Reddit that said, hey, how do I do this with Whitebeard? So we will choose a Whitebeard team, and what I'm going with is a double staller of Usopp and of Monet. So that should be more than enough, honestly, to push through this level. I do like Croc just because he's got an area of attack to do, damage to the whole units. I'll use him on Onigumo, and of course, Dofi is always welcome on any team. So, but those two will have their attack weakened on stage 3 because it is kind of an anti-slasher stage. But I'll just do this as a walkthrough for Whitebeard. So really, the trick everyone wants to know is how do I get Whitebeard's health down. Okay, so for this one, there's two different variations. There's one with an int bazooka and one with a strength bazooka. The idea is the bazookas you could take one hit from, and these chickadees in the back, these marine girls, and not all the guys, but the non-bazooka people you can take 2 hits from. So what we'll do is we'll just take them out just to blow through this here, and we will see if we can take out. I think we could take out. Yeah, we could take out these guys. And we'll take out this guy, and then we'll take out this int guy in the back, and then we should be able to take 1 hit from the strength guy, and that'd be fine. But if you can't take them out, like I said, doing 2 hits from those guys, non-bazooka people, will work just fine. So here's our 1 hit from the strength guy, and there you go. Now we are in the we're gonna call it the danger zone. Okay, who's weak against red? That's Dex, right? But he's got an orb. Let's see how much damage does Usopp do. Okay, not that much. So what you want to do is just really kind of stall out. I prefer stalling out here as opposed to the next stage is going to be all, what do you call it, turtles? So the turtles will do 950 damage each, and I think they all have 6 hit points. So easy to stall, but if you messed up or want to take more damage on that stage, the turtles are a good place to do it. Why would you want to take more damage? It depends on your team makeup, For me, I was able to pick team members that don't have auto heal. I did not have Whitebeard until maybe like a month ago, and now that I have him, I'm just freaking obsessed with him. But as a result, I had auto heal in a lot of non-cerebral units. I always don't put auto heal on cerebral just because in case of the one day that I get my dream pull of Legend Croc. But as a result, when I got Whitebeard, it kind of sucked that I had all these auto heal things. So you'll see my Dofi isn't powered up. That's a new Dofi that I went and got just for the sole purpose of having him on Whitebeard teams. Okay, so here we go. Here's our first boss, Shu. His Rust powers. He's going to break Zoro's sword, so that's why I don't bring Zoro. But it's kind of cool the way they tie that in, right? So his ability to rust, swords, he weakens slashers. Is that cool? I think that's really cool. And I've got a lot of units on a 1-turn cooldown. Usually, so you could, kind of smash through most of those. I don't think you could take out all of them. So this was actually one of those rare times where I'm lucky I actually stalled for Usopp. Usually you only have one guy on a 1-turn cooldown on top of Shu, so that was kind of interesting. So, whoop. And then if you get Shu under 20% health, he'll actually re-summon all those Marines, which is really annoying. So just make sure you don't do that. He does have a decent amount of health. Like all these vice admirals have a decent amount of health. So just be careful. But as your combo chain increases, you start to do a lot more damage. You could screw up and push them under that 20%. So all of them kind of have something dangerous under 20%. Whether it's re-summoning all the Marines, whether they do like a huge hit like Dalmatian will do, like 30 or 40,000 instead of his usual 10,000 attack. So just be careful of that throughout this. And also, stalling isn't that big of a deal to, get your slasher attack back up. So you'll see I still got 1 more turn here on my slasher. He's going to do his preemptive orb shaft, boop, and then that gets rid of that. So quite nice. So what you need to know at this stage is all those units have 5 attack. So what you want to do is I always do Usopp, then I do a Whitebeard, and then I do Doflamingo, because what happens is it's going to go from him to him, and then it's going to attack in order around the outside. So Usopp, Whitebeard, then Doflamingo. Finish your attack with Monet, and you should be able to take all of them, because if you don't, they'll do like a 5-turn lock, which is super annoying. But we should be able to take these guys out. Let's see how we do here. Whoop. And then Monet being strong against this guy, we'll be able to take him out. And then you've got, 2 2 more turns to take this guy out, which actually, you know, sounds easy, but honestly, this guy is super tanky. Like, he's got so much HP. Actually, I don't know if it's HP or defense, but he takes a lot of hits. So don't underestimate that. Even with Whitebeard's, you know, 3x attack, it takes a lot. Okay, so he shuffles orbs every 2 turns. And what I'm going to do is just kind of... Oh, crap. Miss my attacks. What I'm going to do is kind of save Doflamingo for last, just because he does the most damage, and I'm hoping I get an orb here. I don't. But I think I am close enough that this should not be a problem to take him out. And I should use my strength units first here. Yeah, I got this. He's done for. Alright, and then this is, the next stage is Strawberry, who for Whitebeard, this is the turn that I feel like was causing me the most amount of problem when I didn't bring a double staller. So I just used my second staller here. Bada boom, bada bing, bada dum. You should be able to finish the rest of these levels without a problem here at this point. So I actually don't want to target him first. I'll take out some units around him first, and then I'll focus on him. Let's go ahead and start targeting you now, because he's a little bit tanky. But what does Strawberry do again? I need to look that up here. Strawberry attacks for 6,700 damage. Ugh, that's super annoying. And then he'll lock a unit for 2 random turns. So he's just so dangerous that to me it's just worth just getting him out of the way. In fact, I'm just going to take him out right now. Oh crap, one of my captains was just locked. I don't have anti-lock on this team. That is not good. I'm going to have to take her out, aren't I? Am I going to be able to take her out? Yeah, I'll be able to take her out. They only have like 40,000 health, I think. The usual. And then I'll be able to take him out on the next round. Okay. Whew! Crisis averted. That was almost quite dangerous. I can still take him out. I'll attack in this order. So, as far as Whitebeard teams go, wow, you guys are getting to witness like basically everything going wrong. So, you'll see here, usually Whitebeard, it feels kind of like, you know, you're kind of skating on the verge of death every single turn, and that's why, part of the reason why I'm kind of obsessed with him now is that, you know, it's interesting being challenged in that respect. So for this mission, or this level, like I said, this is the last level you'll want to stall, because the next one is Dalmatian. He has no turn delay. And then you have Onigumo, who's going to be kind of a breeze, honestly, with all this. So just stall everyone, and then just focus on him. Having 2 strength leads, as we're running a double Whitebeard team, makes him really easy. In fact, this level is super easy, that, you know, there's nothing really to worry about. Also, what's unique about him, Onigumo, is that he's one of the few Vice Admirals that when he is delayed, he doesn't do anything when he's... Oh, I don't want to kill him. Ah, crap. That he doesn't do anything when he's delayed, and you get him under that 20%, which is kind of nice. So just makes it a little bit easier for you know, taking him out. Like you saw there, he was under 20% when I attacked him. So other than that, just kind of take your turns. You kind of want to wait for Usopp to come back up, because you're only going to get about 3 or 4 turns on the next stage with Dalmatian. So here's our man Dalmatian. Oh, and I forgot, another reason you want to kind of delay is that guy did a 2.0 combo burst, so usually you get up to a max of 2.5. He cuts you off at 2.0, which is why Rayleigh has a lot of problems with that team. Not relevant for Whitebeard. Alright, so what I always recommend here is rock one of your Whitebeards, since you can't do a time delay. And like I said, I've had to do my stallers way more often than what I like to do. But that's okay. And then since we have no quick units for him, it makes him just slightly tricky. So just be a little bit careful with him. And what you want to do is just kind of bring him down a little bit each turn. Ooh, that was close. I don't want to push him under 20%. I don't know if he does anything. I know when he starts to attack, he does like way more damage. Like normally he does like, I think, like 9,800. When he's under 20%, he does like, it's like 30 or 40,000, something you don't want to mess with. And then, yeah, we'll just take him out. Should be fine. And then now we get to Onigumo, the final guy. But like I said, once you pass Strawberry, the rest of this shouldn't be a problem at all. And normally, you know, he'll do this half damage to start off with. So no matter how much damage I would have normally done, he'll cut it in half. So here's where you activate your Usopp. And basically, honestly, the rest of your specials. I'll activate my other Whitebeard to do a lot more damage. And you can choose whether you want to do a Dofi here, whether you want to do Dofi the next round, whether you want to do a Croc. I'm going to go ahead and do a Croc because I do like having that guaranteed int orb on him. Because I want to take Onigomu out this round. I don't want him to survive another round. Oh, sweet. I got at least one strength orb. Because if you let him survive this first attack, delayed or not, he'll put these 2 open slots. He'll put a guy down there. So let's switch him with that. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have one weak unit for that. That's fine. And I definitely want to take out Onigomu because I don't want him summoning up 2 additional Marines, because when those 2 Marines come in, they're not stalled. Now, and that's another reason why you have the double staller, because I could use Monet here, or Zoro, or Mr. 3, whoever I brought along. I could use them to, in theory, delay them a little bit longer, but we're not going to have that problem. We're just going to take Onigomu out before he can do anything. And then these rest of the units are so weak, you just take them out. And there you go, guys. That's the Buster Call with Whitebeard. Like I said, not too difficult. What's hard is that strawberry, you know, the rounds around there. And then I think when you use a double staller, it helps out. You saw here, I ran into every mistake I possibly could, and still came out. So Whitebeard, totally viable. Definitely try it out because I think he's a great captain, and he's kind of my new obsession just because he makes the game more interesting. So good luck with your farming, guys. Una out.